And the Burning Channel is back, and today we are talking about the solar eclipse. And anybody who's going to the solar eclipse, please leave it down in the comments. Tell me where you're going to be, where you might want to be. And what this video is about is the solar eclipse, and we are going to be getting right into it. We'll be looking at a couple different models. We're getting close to having windy.com on in the next couple days. Probably by Saturday we should have windy.com, or Sunday of the cloud cover, potentially the first indications of where the clouds will be. And that's mainly what we're trying to strive for, if it's going to be rainy or just partly cloudy or whatever. We're going to start off in Dallas, Texas. We are 10 days away from the eclipse. We are getting close, ladies and gentlemen, and we are starting in Dallas, Texas. The weather forecast for April 8th, the solar eclipse. The solar eclipse is going to be 79 degrees. Partly cloudy skies right now, according to the AccuWeather. It's been partly cloudy. At one point it was just sun, and now we're to partly cloudy, so we'll be watching to see. Now you may be asking yourself when the last eclipse was, and that was in 1878 there in Dallas, Texas. And the next eclipse is a very long way away, so if you don't get a chance to get out and see this one, chances are you probably won't be alive, because the next total solar eclipse in Dallas is not going to be before the year 2200, so that's a long way away. Included some fun facts today about eclipses in general. If you don't get to see this one, you're probably not going to see one, so be willing to travel wherever you need to go to see this one, because it's going to be at least 20 years before the next one comes. It was 7 years the last time. Now you could go see one every 18 months. However, you might be in the middle of the ocean, or in Antarctica or Alaska or Asia or anywhere but the United States. Next one's a long way away. So we go to Little Rock, Arkansas, and you can see the weather forecast. Little Rock, Arkansas is going to be 73 degrees, and now they're calling for storms. So we'll see what ultimately happens. This is still a long way out, so there's hope. The last eclipse in Little Rock, Arkansas, these are total eclipse, not partials or anything like that. These are actual total eclipse, was 1918, and the next total solar eclipse is in 2045. So that's quite a long ways away. So let's roll out to Carbondale, Illinois next. Welcome to Carbondale, Illinois. The forecast for April 8th is going to be 74 degrees, and right now, according to AccuWeather, it's going to be partly cloudy. Now, of course, you might have been there, or you might have known the last eclipse was in 2017. The next one, however, this is it. The next total solar eclipse not visible before the year 2200, so that's a long way away. So if you're wanting to go to Carbondale to see the eclipse, and this might be the last one, so let's hope for really good weather. That's what we're hoping for, and it's cloudy a lot in April, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully it won't be. We are off to Indianapolis next, which is just right up from Carbondale, probably 2 or 3 hours. Welcome to Indianapolis, and your weather forecast is going to be 69 degrees, a little cooler, and right now AccuWeather is calling for partly cloudy skies. And the last eclipse was in 1205, the year 1205. That was a long time ago. And the next eclipse is 2153, so I'm pretty certain that most of us, probably all of us, will be gone before this ever comes around again for Indianapolis. Now they'll have plenty of partials and whatnot, but this is a total solar eclipse, 2153. That's a long way away. Let's go to Cleveland next. Cleveland, Ohio. The weather forecast for Cleveland, Ohio is going to be 63 degrees and partly cloudy right now, they're saying. So the last eclipse in Cleveland, Ohio was 1806, and the next eclipse is 2444. You're talking 420 years away until the next total solar eclipse for Cleveland, Ohio. I found that in an article, and I was like, wow, that's a long way away. So that's what we got going on there. Somebody really dug deep for that, because I couldn't find any information beyond 2200. So that's over 420 years away. That's a long way away. I know we'll all be dead by then unless they come up with some miracle. We're going to go to Buffalo, New York next. The weather forecast for Buffalo, New York is going to be 52 degrees, and we went from rain yesterday, which I wasn't able to report because my microphone was broke, to partly cloudy now. So there's hope. Let's hope that this is accurate. It does say it comes from AccuWeather, so hopefully they're right. The last eclipse in Buffalo, New York was in 1925, and the next one is 2144. So if you live to be 121 and you're born today, you could potentially see both of them if you live in Buffalo. Pretty crazy, huh? This is how rare these things are. So these are rare events, I promise. Let's go to Burlington, Vermont and see what the weather forecast is going to be there. The weather forecast in Burlington, Vermont is going to be 60 degrees and still raining as of right now. Long way away. We will see what happens. The last eclipse in Burlington, Vermont was 1932, and the next one is beyond 2200. So it's a long way away. Probably be in the year 2444, would be my guess, but it could not be possibly either. It could be before then. Eclipses are very strange in how they act and where they go. As we go out to Montreal, the weather forecast is going to be 57 degrees and partly cloudy. We went from rain yesterday to partly cloudy today. Who knows what will happen? We're still quite a ways away. So let's go to see how long the last eclipse was in Montreal, and that was 1932. And the next one's going to be not visible before the year 2200. So we got a long ways to go before that one ever happens again. So let's hope it's clear from here to Texas, but chances are it probably won't be. So one of you guys are going to miss out, and it's too bad because these eclipses are so rare. Let's go out to the GFS and see what the weather forecast is supposed to be on the 8th. We'll go there now. And this is not looking good, ladies and gentlemen. If we are looking at the weather forecast and April 8th around noon, clouds all the way from Dallas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, and then maybe it might be partly cloudy, but probably cloudy. This might be a historic cloudy day, and this is just going to be awful if this happens. And it could go all the way up into, you might have to go to Canada to get a good spot. I'm just saying. Now, things will change. This is a very long way out. Hopefully this will be wrong, but in the next day or two, we'll have better indications of where the clouds are going to be because we have maps that will show the clouds. Unfortunately, right now we do not. So that's all I have for tonight. You guys have a blessed day, and we'll see you on the next. We'll see you tomorrow. God bless.